in the U.S. Crime is up everywhere, and we have politicians lying and saying that it's down. I want to go ahead and run this. When it come back, I want to speak about it. 33 people shot, 16 injured in another violent weekend in Chicago. Take a look. Here we go.
And today, the city's top cop paints a tense picture of policing at Pride. Elizabeth Matthews joins us now from the live desk with more. Elizabeth.
That's right, guys. A busy, violent weekend. 33 people shot, 6 of them fatally, including a network colleague's little brother.
It's utterly disappointing, disgusting. There's no value for human life here. That value has been eroded over the years.
The little brother of Fox political analyst Gianno Caldwell shot and killed Friday morning in Morgan Park. A gunman opened fire on a group, including Christian and 2 others. There were dozens of people shot over the weekend. Police responding to those scenes and trying to protect crowds at events like the annual Pride Parade.
We had more resources and more police officers assigned to the parade, and they worked tirelessly, consistent, the dedication and commitment of Chicago police officers.
Brown applauds Washington on passing gun legislation, but he says he wants to see more restriction on possession of illegal guns, high-capacity magazines, and, quote, endless supply of ammunition. Natalie?
Okay. All right. Well, while I try to figure out this technical issue, Jamal, we got the feed good again here. What do you think about this and what these politicians are talking about here in Chicago?
People are getting what they voted for. These liberals in Chicago are so worried about putting a black man in the white man's system. They're more worried about thugs and hoodlums going to prison than they are saving the people on the streets. This is direct madness. This is pure madness. Shootings and shootings and shootings. They got nobody to blame but Democrats. There are no conservatives in those offices. There are no libertarians in those offices. There are all bleeding heart Democrats. And they think this is how black people live. Jermain, this is crazy. Shootings and shootings. We had 2 this weekend. Yeah. People who are seeing this stuff, Jermain, you just got to Democrats need to be indicted. And these voters that they're voting for this mess, that needs to be challenged. No.
It does need to be challenged. And the thing is, the voters voted for this.
Yep.
They did. You have to start looking at the party's values instead of just looking at just a person. Liberals know how to trick you. They'll go ahead and put a person, quote unquote, you like, right? And you'll vote for that person, but that person is still doing the Democratic deed. I want folks to understand that's exactly what's going on. So you have to be able to look at the party's values and vote along party line, because you know that at the end of the day, the person that is up there, whoever the person is going to follow what the party wants. That's what is going to happen. And I don't think a lot of people understand or know that at all. When it comes to liberalism, liberals vote through emotion. Okay? They don't vote through using their brain and logic. They don't do that at all. They vote through emotion, and that's what liberals understand about the world today. That most conservatives and Republicans need to get a hold on, which is emotion. We appeal to the logical side of people's brain. Most of the folks here in America nowadays, the new population, the population that's under 30, you know how to reach them? You need to reach them through emotion. That's the only way. And the liberals know this. So if you can reach them through emotion and not even given common sense or reasoning, you can control them. And that is the main reason why liberals are always tricked, and that's why they're always living in hell, because they vote through emotion, whatever makes them feel good at the moment. Last words here, sir.
There has to be some type of law that is put on books to keep politicians like this from running. If you can make it so that politicians, and they did this after the Civil War, if you was in the Confederacy and they actually barred some Confederates after the Civil War from holding offices in the Senate, a House, but they changed that up. They changed it, but they did do that. When you got people that are running for office that are telling you they're for bail refund and they're talking about bailing people out and throwing people out, there should be a law that says, no, you cannot run. If there should be a review that the House and Senate for that state does, that when they got prosecutors like this who refuse to do their job, the state removes them.
Yup. And that's exactly what need to happen. Exactly what need to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Shout out to my boy, Reggie. Shout out to you. Says, feed is looking better, my brother. Thank you. You can see my skinny head a little bit better. Thank you. Next one up here, brother. I want to speak to you about R. Kelly. R. Kelly received 30 years.
I don't believe you can fly.
I'm telling you, he can believe it.
About to go bye-bye. 30 years, night and day. Watch your booty, don't give it away.
Don't drop that soap.
Don't you drop the soap, you're sore. Them boys gonna turn your booty to an open door.
Oh my goodness, you know it. Woo! Turn your booty to an open door, boy. That I'm telling you, that's a line, boy.
You won't fly.
That's hilarious. 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, in prison. Now, there's a whole bunch of women out there who love R. Kelly who are mad and upset. They're saying that the women who accused R. Kelly need to go to jail too. Gosh darn it. I'm on the fence. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. We're going to speak about this. Here we go. R. Kelly, 30 years in jail for pissing on folk. One of them he pissed on. Here we go.
Breaking news this afternoon. Live to the breaking news desk, Stephanie Smythe standing by with the latest stuff.
And Jackie, we can tell you that R. Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. That coming down the sentencing just now in Boston. Those 30 years in prison for using his R&B superstardom to subject young fans to systemic sexual abuse. The singer and songwriter convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking last year at a trial that gave voice to accusers who once wondered if their stories were ever going to be heard or listened to because they were black women. The U.S. District Judge is imposing the sentence just now in Brooklyn, in a courthouse in Brooklyn, and the sentence caps what has been described as a slow-motion fall for R. Kelly, who is now 55 years of age. He has remained, though, really adorned by legions of his fans, even after allegations about his abuse of young girls began circulating publicly in the 1990s. He's been in prison since 2019, but now R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison for using his superstardom to subject young fans to systemic sexual abuse. Keep it here for more on this breaking news.
So R. Kelly, he's in jail. He's been in jail for a year already, and he's going to be in jail a lot longer. Now, they're saying that he was using his superstar, status to get young girls and, open up their booties. That's what they were saying. Now, Jamal, one thing that a lot of folks were saying is that these girls that are, quote unquote, saying that he did all this sexual assault to them, a lot of them were into the same things that R. Kelly was into. And what they're also saying is that the parents also, encouraged R. Kelly to take their children and to also have their way with the girls. What do you think about the whole ordeal, the R. Kelly ordeal here? What do you think?
Hide. Boy, you better take your booty and hide. You got to hide. Boy, you know what? This whole R. Kelly thing is like this. People knew R. Kelly had a problem way back in the 90s. When he was messing with Aaliyah, people should have called that out then. He married her. Okay? But let's tell the truth here, okay? In the black community, many people turned their back on it. The only reason why they saying something about R. Kelly and really doing it is because of white liberal women and the Me Too movement.
Yep.
Okay? Black folk been knowing about R. Kelly, him chasing young girls for years. The parents that took their young 15, 16-year-old daughters and dropped them off at R. Kelly house is just as responsible. I don't care how much. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something who I used to like. Troop. Keith Sweat. I like Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat, yep.
Merry go round and round. Okay, I like Keith Sweat. I'm never gonna drop my daughter off at his house.
Oh no.
Hey Jamal, let me just chill out with your kids. No, bro.
Nope.
No. These women brought when R. Kelly escaped the first time. Nobody came to him and said, bro, you need some help.
Oh, yeah.
You need to stop. You don't realize it. And a lot of these young girls was there. They went to his house. And all of this is because of a documentary.
Yep.
They did on him. That right there, if the police didn't stop or step in, they made a documentary on R. Kelly.
They certainly did.
Hoping this will enact the police to go after him. We don't need that type of criminal justice system. Now, that I'm gonna say this. He got a fair trial. We knew this.
Yep, he did.
About R. Kelly. You cannot deny it. But there's some shady stuff that went into him. I want to thank Miss Leanne Glass. Miss Leanne Glass, thank you for your kindness.
Shout out to Leanne
for your
Glass.
generosity
Jerome
through PayPal.
Absolutely. You know, R. Kelly, the black community knew how R. Kelly was. You know,
Yep.
and please believe it, there was a whole bunch of black folks who wanted R. Kelly to go ahead and sleep with their daughter. There's a whole bunch of black folks who want an easy come up, ladies and gentlemen. And the easiest come up they can get is to have R. Kelly say, hey, I like your daughter. I would like to train your daughter to sing, which is a lie. And then all he does is just sleep with your daughter, you know, use your daughter, and then at the end of the day, get rid of the daughter. This is R. Kelly and the way he is. And a lot of the men in the industry are like that as well. This is not a secret or, you know, somehow it's, you know, it was uncovered and it's been, you know, under wraps for years. No. It's out in the open. I want folks to understand. Out in the open. So that's the main reason why you don't see a lot of black folks over here going after R. Kelly really hard. You don't see them because they knew that he'd been doing this for years and it had been acceptable in the community. Without that documentary, let me tell you, and white liberals, he would still be in the streets doing what he's doing. I want folks to understand that. He would be. But it's a different world now, and he's dealing with the consequences. Now, somebody who's dealing with the consequences right now that a lot of liberals are trying to get out of jail is Brittany Griner, WNBA basketball player. Brittany Griner, the judge extended Brittany Griner's detention. They're saying that she may be up for almost 20 years. I mean, they ain't playing around with her. I want to go ahead and run this when I come back. I want to get you guys' take on this. Brittany Griner, doesn't she wish she supported Donald Trump now? I can tell you. Doesn't she wish? Here we go.
Brittany, how old are you? More than 4 months after she was arrested at a Moscow airport for alleged cannabis possession, WNBA star Brittany Griner
look at
appeared
big
in a
ass
Russian court
orangutan
Monday for a preliminary hearing ahead of her trial. Vape cartridges with cannabis oil were allegedly found in her luggage.
And Russia don't play that Dikey
Look like a guy who just recently changed my oil.
Of defendants in Russian criminal cases are acquitted, and unlike in the
Black
US,
Lives Matter.
Overturned. Griner's attorneys Alexander Boykov and Maria Blagovolina say the trial will
black stuff in them.
Texas-born Griner
They showed your hind part.
Women in sports. The Biden administration says she is being wrongfully detained. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.
Brittany Griner. So Brittany Griner arrested. She looking like a chimney sweeper. She looking like Jiffy Lube's #1 luber. I could tell you. She need a Jiffy Lube jacket. Brother, what do you think about this here? Brittany Griner, #1 chimney sweeper. What do you think?
Well, she learned in some countries that black stuff don't ride. She learned that, hey, you may want to smoke cannabis oil here in America. You may want to do that here in America. But in other countries, when they say no, they mean no.
Yup.
Also, she forgot Russia and America are trading little barbs at each other.
Mm-hmm.
You an American citizen, not Russian. Yeah. So they're going to make sure they follow the law with you.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't getting no easy perks. You down in the jail, in the county jail, and your money can't save you.
You mean she can't get any ham hocks?
Oh, no. Oh, she gets some ham hocks. Big Bertha. And she And look at what she looked like. Oh, she a carpet muncher for
Yeah,
real.
man, you see how big she is? Holy smokes. Looking like a monkey. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't make this stuff up. You seen the way she walked out of there? Man, let me go ahead and show it again. I got to show it again, Jamal. That's how crazy it was looking. Let me show it again, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Brittany Griner. She looked like a big-ass orangutan being... Look at there.
More than 4 months
that don't look like no woman. I don't care what anybody says. That's Jiffy Lube #1 Luba.
She was arrested at a Moscow
you trying to get an oil change? Brittany Griner will get that oil out of your car fast in a hurry. Look at that.
Trying to look like a dude. You ain't a dude. You's a female. And they showing you.
Look how big she is.
For a preliminary hearing.
Look at that. Brittany Griner, I think that's a transgender. Black Lives Matter. Look at that. So I wanted folks to see how big she is. Brittany Griner. Let me tell you, she's certainly grinding on them women in the WNBA. How big she is. Big as hell. You see that, ladies? Big as hell. #1 Luba here. Jiffy Lube #1 Luba. And Mr. Jamal, last words.
Russia, she took her Black Lives Matter, blackity black, blackity black, blackity black, black, over there to Russia, where she find out where them Russians, them Cossacks from the Caucasus Mountains told her, we don't care about that.
Yep.
And making a perp walk.
Big as hell. Let me tell you, big as hell. Looking like the world #1 chimney sweeper. Big as hell, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't playing. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Now, I want to speak to you guys about this viral video that a lot of people are sharing, that a lot of people are saying is hate crime. All right. Pro-abortionists kick and stomp on a Bible. And they do a lot more in front of, gosh darn it, this pro-lifer. I want you guys to take a look at this. When I come back, I want to speak about this. Here we go. Make sure you share.
Look at this. Disrespectful. This is a hate crime. Do you realize you guys are committing a hate crime right now? You guys, if this was a Quran, you would not have done that. You would not have done this if this was a Quran. You're so fucking privileged. What you did? Give me my Bible back. That is a hate crime.
You don't have a permit. Against all people that are anti-us.
Dude, she's not going to do that. She is not going to do that. That right there is a hate crime. That is a hate crime. That is ungodly. That is wrong. I can't believe these people. I can't believe that people would be this. I can't believe they would do that.
I can believe it. Let me play it again. Pro-abortionists stomp, kick a Bible, and then they toss it in the toilet. Evil folks. Here we go. One more time.
Look at this. Disrespectful. This is a hate crime. Do you realize you guys are committing a hate crime right now? You guys, if this was a Quran, you would not have done that. You would not have done this if this was a Quran. You're so fucking privileged. What you did? Give me my Bible back. That is a hate crime.
You don't have a permit. Against all people that are anti-us.
Dude, she's not going to do that. She is not going to do that. That right there is a hate crime. That is a hate crime. That is ungodly. That is wrong. I can't believe these people. I can't believe that people would be this. I can't believe they would do that.
There you go. So you got it there. These pro-abortionists, all women, kicking the Bible around, kicking it and laughing. kicking and laughing. When the guy says, hey, stop it, it's a hate crime, you see what the women are telling him. When the man mentions the Quran, the women don't even bat an eye. Mr. Jamal, got a quick question for you. If this had been the Quran, do you think they would have kicked it?
They ain't stupid. And Jermaine, I got one thing to say about this. For real. If that, see, that's the difference between what liberals expect from us is to stand there and take it.
Yep, they do.
Why they do stuff crap like that. When she grabbed his scriptures out of his hand, he should have grabbed her by her neck and let her know. Republicans have got to stop this cowardice stuff because we act like it's this honor to be abused and beat up by these people. No. Let me say this again. When she got close to me, I would have said this. And yes, put my hands on her. No, you don't take nothing out of my hands. No. Who are you? And then you gonna take it and throw it in the trash can? I would have did that. I would have handled that one.
And the thing is, we have so many folks here who are scared of these people because, quote unquote, they're loud and obnoxious, right? The women are loud and obnoxious. You have to get over it. That's the way most women are. They're very loud and obnoxious when it comes to something they want, especially when it comes down to, quote unquote, killing a baby. You have to get over it. You have to start standing up for what is right. These women, they know that Christianity is the religion to dump on. It seems like this is the religion to dump on in this country. They know it because they know that Christianity is headed in this country by mostly white Americans, right? Anything that is white, we must destroy in their eyes. They believe Christianity is for the white man. So why do you think they act like this towards the Bible? They start stomping and kicking the Bible. It's because they believe it's for white people. If you start doing that to the Quran, they know that the Quran is held by mostly people of color, right? The Muslim folks. So they know they're not going to do it. I want folks to understand this is the thought process behind it. So when it comes to Christianity, it comes to the white man, it comes to anything that white people have done in this country to either make it good or for it to advance. They hate it, and they'll do whatever they can to destroy it. And you have to understand it. Last words on this here, sir.
Like I said, as soon as she came close, I would have said, is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke it? I don't know if people can understand what my video is saying.
I heard
is
it.
Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bit?
Yep.
But see, we have empowered them. Too many conservative Republicans have empowered these people because they feel no retribution is coming back.
Yep.
All we will do is say we're going to pray. Well, some will say we're going to pray for you. I would have, if I'm standing there and somebody snatched that Bible, I'm just going to smack her. And we just going to be, hey, Jesus chased you out with a whip. I ain't got a whip.
I got these damn hands, though.
Thank you.
You can catch these hands real quick.
Why do you think they were so terrified about January 6th? January the 6th, 2021, the mostly peaceful protests that American citizens accidentally went into an unposted restricted area. It's because conservatives, Republicans got fed up and just charged.
That's true.
They're terrified of that because at the end of the day, they know there are a lot of people who are on our side that want to raise the stars and bars of old Dixie and let's get this shindig one more time.
Absolutely. They know that there's some folks out there who don't like them, who willing to go to bat, and they also know that our side at the end of the day will win. I don't care what anybody will win.
Yeah.
We got soldiers on our side that shoot well. Let me tell you, we gonna win. Hit that like button. Make sure you share, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you do share. Now, brother, I want to go ahead and move forward here. I want to speak to you about some dirtiness. Yeah, some dirtiness. A lot of folks are speaking about this, and I want to speak to you about this as well. I want to go ahead and show you this New York Post article, and it deals with Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Ooh-wee, I can tell you it's going to be real good. Transitioning, coming from the NewYorkPost.com. Joe Biden inadvertently helped Hunter Biden pay Russia-linked escorts. If you don't know what an escort is, it's basically a high-paid prostitute, a prosty, as what the nickname is. It says Joe Biden inadvertently financed his son Hunter's dalliances with Russia-linked escort ring, according to a report Monday. President, look at me. I'm gonna take that back. Don't worry about what I just said. I'm going to take that back. Biden wired his 52-year-old son $100,000 to help him pay bills from December 2018 through January 2019, the Washington Examiner reported. Sightings records from a laptop Hunter Biden left behind at a computer repair shop in Delaware. All right, and he spent more than $30,000 on sex workers between November 2018 to March 2019. $30,000. I want some of you folks out there to understand. Maybe somebody who's listening don't even make $30,000 a year. Right? There's some people in the United States of America who make $30,000 a year. So he spent somebody's annual salary on whores. Jamal, he spent somebody's annual salary on whores. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys this video here coming from the Washington Examiner and some others. And this deals with Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is seen on here begging forgiveness from a prostitute, a Russian prostitute, because he didn't have $10,000 to pay for the activity. In the video here, you'll see text messages between Joe Biden and Hunter Biden as he's asking for the money so that he can pay this prostitute. Let me go ahead and run this. When it comes back, we shall discuss this a little bit further. Here we go.
Sweetheart? Hey. Are you okay? Everything fine? Are you hurt in any way? Any way? Are you hurt? Hey, is anything hurt on you? Anything? I was literally saying, I'm sorry that it took so long to give you $10,000. Do you have any bruise? Anything? Have I ever touched you in a bad way? Ever? Have I asked you every time if I could touch you? Every time. Sweetheart, look at me. You cannot talk to me that way and say things like that. Because I'm more respectful than anyone you've ever met. Are you okay? What? Here.
No.
I thought you said you wanted water. It's the only water I have.
Bow. Mr. Jamal. So we got done seeing this video here of this idiot here, Hunter Biden. And on the left side of the screen, there was text messaging that was shown. And then also on the right hand also showed the video that was posted by the Washington Examiner with Hunter Biden speaking to the prostitute here. And on the left-hand side of the screen, let me go ahead and show this here. You can see the text messaging between Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. It also shows you the time and the date, right? This is December of 2018 here. And it says, let me know the status, Dad. And then Dad lets him know that, hey, it's made it to the account. So he told his dad that he needed money for something else, for a business, while he was paying off whores. Let me tell you.
Lots of whores.
What a lie. Brother, what do you think about this here? $10,000 to pay a whore. She was mad. Looked like he was about to get hit with the Russian mob. What do you think?
$10,000? She better look fine.
I swear to goodness.
Instagram model with 150,000 followers. But are we surprised? Hunter Biden hit anything moving.
He will.
Hunter Biden, when he come over houses, goldfish stop swimming. He will hit booty. That man loves some booty. Oh my God.
10,000.
I'm not surprised, but it shows you how much he's bringing the countries down. I'm willing to bet you when he go to China, he picking up one of them Asian women. He got to have his Asian flavor. And when his dad go to Mexico, you know he got to get a Latina. He got to get him a Latina. This boy, usually some people, vice presidents, for president's children, whatever, they, going to different schools and doing all this. Not Hunter. Hunter walking around swinging, hitting, whatever. And there's also a tape of what's believed him and Sasha Obama.
Yep, true. This guy needs to be put in jail. He's being investigated by the DOJ, and his father needs to be out of office.
Yeah.
All you're picking up is the Biden's lifestyle, and you're starting to see the lifestyle of the Bidens ain't that good. It's filled with debauchery, right? It's filled with sickness. It's filled with things that are not good at all, where they're financing, people's This is his fetish. It's almost a addiction for him. It's his sex addiction.
Big booty white girls. He got to have them.
$30,000. He spent $30,000 in a year on whores. Somebody's own, salary. A barista salary on some whores. And nobody wants to speak about this. That's a lot of money. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Biden knows his son is doing this, but yet he says nothing. So that should let you know what their family is truly about. It should let you know. Now, last but not least here, moving forward here, I want to speak to you guys.
He got to have his BBWGs. His big boy. That boy wake up like this. Hunter wake up. Oh, hold up. When me a booty to grab.
Yeah,
Dad, big guy. I need big booty white girls. I ain't got a big booty white girl this morning. Like we drink coffee, Hunter got to reach over and grab a big booty white girl.
You know it. Calling his dad, hey, I need another 10,000. A whore just left. I'm scared that whore may tell somebody. Tell her pimp, I need that 10 grand.
She got a nice niece, Dad. She'll let you sniff her.
You know, Joe Biden, like, for real? Whoa, I can sniff, huh? I want to go ahead and speak to you guys about Trump. Trump is still being attacked by the mob. They're trying to use the Secret Service, saying that he had an altercation with them on January 6th. And they're also trying to say that Trump knew that, there would be trouble on January 6th, but still decided to have the rally, still decided to have people come down. I want you guys to take a look at this video here. And when it comes back, I want to speak to you guys about it. Here we go.
In fact, in the days before January 6th and on January 6th itself, President Trump expressed to multiple White House aides that he wanted to go to the Capitol after his speech. Here's what various White House aides have told the committee about the president's desire to go to the Capitol.
Did the president tell you this, that he wanted to speak at the Capitol?
Correct, yes.
During the meeting in the dining room, did the idea of the president proceeding or walking to the Capitol on the 6th after his speech come up?
Walking to the Capitol? No.
Driving to the Capitol?
It came up.
Okay, how did it come up and what was discussed?
You brought it up. You said, I want to go down to the Capitol.
What about him marching to the Capitol on the 6th?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So, it's kind of a general thing. I mean, to get into the specifics of it, I was aware of a desire of the president to potentially march to the or accompany the rally attendees to the Capitol.
When did you first hear about this idea of the president accompanying rally attendees to the Capitol on the 6th?
Well, this was at the 6th. This was during the after he finished his remarks.
When the president said that he would be going to the Capitol during his speech on the ellipse, the Secret Service scrambled to find a way for him to go. We know this from witnesses and the Secret Service, also from messages among staff on the President's National Security Council. The NSC staff were monitoring the situation in real time, and you can see how the situation evolved in the following chat log that the committee has obtained. As you can see, NSC staff believed that Mogul, the president, was, quote, going to the Capitol, and, quote, they are finding the best route now. From these chats, we also know the staff learned of the attack on the Capitol in real time. When President Trump left the ellipse stage at 1:10, the staff knew that rioters had invaded the inaugural stage and Capitol Police were calling for all available officers to respond. When Republican leader Kevin McCarthy heard the president say he was going to the Capitol, he called you, Ms. Hutchinson. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
And in this text message, you told Tony Ornato, quote, "McCarthy just called me too. And do you guys think you're coming to my office?" Tell us about the call that day with Leader McCarthy during the president's speech on the ellipse.
I was still in the tent behind the stage, and when you're behind the stage, you can't really hear what's going on in front of you. So when Mr. McCarthy called me with this information, I answered the call, and he sounded rushed, but also frustrated and angry at me, and I was confused because I didn't know what the president had just said. He then explained, the president just said he's marching to the Capitol. You told me this whole week you aren't coming up here. Why would you lie to me? I said, I'm not lying. I wasn't lying to you, sir. We're not going to the Capitol. And he said, well, he just said it on stage, Cassidy. Figure it out. Don't come up here. I said, I'll run the traps on this, and I'll shoot you a text. I can assure you we're not coming up to the Capitol. We've already made that decision. He pressed a little bit more, believing me, but I think frustrated that the president had said that, and we ended the phone conversation after that. I called Mr. Ornato to reconfirm that we weren't going to the Capitol, and which is also in our text messages. I sent Mr. McCarthy another text telling him the affirmative that we were not going up to the Capitol, and he didn't respond after that.
And we understand, Ms. Hutchinson, that the plans for the president to come up to the Capitol had included discussions at some point about what the president would do when he came up to the Capitol on January 6th. Let's look at a clip of one of your interviews discussing that issue with the committee.
When you were talking about a scheduled movement, did anyone say what the president wanted to do when he got here?
No. Not that I can specifically remember. I remember hearing a few different ideas discussed between Mark and Scott Perry, Mark and Rudy Giuliani. I don't know which conversations were elevated to the president. I don't know what he personally wanted to do when he went up to the Capitol that day. I know that there were discussions about him having another speech outside of the Capitol before going in.
Wow, and I'm going to stop it right here.
I know that there was a conversation.
I'm going to stop it right here. So that's former aide to Mark Meadows testifying on what she, in a sense, was told and what she was doing on that day. Now, Mr. Jamal, this January 6th committee right now is trying to form a narrative that Donald Trump knew what was going on there. He knew that it was going to be trouble there. And he decided to go ahead and make his way down there knowing that there would be trouble. Now, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Melinda Peace. Melinda Peace just donated to our challenge. Shout out to Melinda Peace. What do you think about that? What do you think about it?
I would like to thank Miss Melinda Peace as well.
Shout out to Melinda Peace.
Let me show people this. Do y'all see that limo? That's the beast. Donald Trump, from the back seat, is supposed to had grabbed the steering wheel. Let me show you. Let me show you this.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see that, people? Do you see this? This woman claimed Donald Trump from there stretched his arms. This is not Inspector Gadget. Donald Trump is not Inspector Gadget. He's not Dasim from Street Fighter. He's not Rockin' from World Heroes. Donald Trump is not going to power over a Secret Service man. Then she said the beast. That is the beast. Then she said, well, it was, no. They said, first of all, he didn't even take that vehicle. He took the SUV. Well, they call the SUV a beast. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
The beast is a specific ride. It's a code. Whenever the president moves around, each one of his vehicles have a certain call sign, certain code.
Yep.
Donald Trump liked the beast. He liked that. Air Force One. They call it Air Force One. So when the president is flying, that's the main plane of the United States. Of all the planes, that is the one.
Number one.
Air Force One describes the plane. Air Force Two describes the chopper. Not only that, Secret Servicemen who are in this video, like I said, Secret Service who ride with the president has agreed to testify. Under oath. They called her out. They said she don't know what she talking about. She's lying. NBC even said, when she said it, NBC came out and said, well, Secret Service is saying they're willing to testify under oath that didn't happen. CNN even said, Secret Service is saying that's not true. And by the way, this is hearsay evidence. So this is literally crazy. Donald Trump did that. Well, Donald Trump threw ketchup and stuff. They're trying their best to deny the American people the choice of voting for Donald Trump in 2024. If the American people reject him, they reject him. But they're trying to take it from him and Liz Cheney. I hope they vote Liz Cheney out in strong numbers during her primary. I hope they send a message to Liz Cheney.
I think, Jamal, this woman is trying to be friends with Liz Cheney the way she talking. You know, she's about to be roasted and tarnished online for the stuff that she's saying right now. It's a lie of what she's saying. I want folks to understand that. And it's only because she's trying to have a political, quote unquote, a political future. That's why she's doing this. I think it's really, really bad for folks like this to get up here and make a huge lie like this. You see the way Jamal showed that picture? He had to be Inspector Gadget, right? He had to have, like, you know, rubber hands to go all the way across there. He would have to have at least 10-foot hands. Jamal, wouldn't you think?
There
at
you
least
go.
10, 15-foot hands to go ahead and just reach across and try to take over the steering wheel. It's a gosh darn lie. I want folks to understand. Let me keep that up, Jamal. It's a gosh darn lie. It is. And the fact that nobody even called her out on the testimony blows my mind. They were going to allow her to sit there and lie and then for them to take a lie. That's why pictures like this are very important, because it puts into perspective of what she's saying. If it was a regular liberal just sitting there listening to it, they wouldn't care. They would convict Donald Trump just upon what she said. But once you take a look at the picture, your mind says, something is not right. And you can see something is not right. So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important right now that we stick to the folks who are trying to make America good. They're trying to get rid of Donald Trump because they know that once he gets a hold of the country again, he will not be playing. He knows their tricks. He knows them through and through now. He's had a good master course on liberal theology and liberal, thiefdom. Hasn't he, Jamal? Liberal thiefdom.
Oh, yeah.
He has got a master course, so he's ready the next time around. Last words here, sir.
Let me say this. This is the most, people are calling out the January 6th commission on this, saying she's lying. There is no way he did that. When CNN and MSNBC, CNN and NBC released it immediately. NBC released it and said, this didn't happen. They said this didn't happen. She don't know what she's talking about. She's going off hearsay. When Jake Tapper has to look at somebody, as much as he hate Donald Trump, and say, no, Donald Trump, that's hearsay.
Nope.
And their excuse, well, this isn't a court of law. Then what are you trying to do then?
Yep. And what you're trying to figure out is that they're just trying to tarnish Donald Trump any way they can. That's what it comes down to. Any way they can, they're going to try to tarnish him, his name, his family. And it gets down to the point where Jake Tapper and some of these liberals are starting to say, hey, we are really ruining our own brand right now. Well, I know our brand is ruined, but we really are doing something really bad right now. And I think that, it's going to get to the point where people are going to look back in history and they'll start looking at the time where the media played a big role in a lot of these things that are happening and how they, spin what the truth is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much. This is the end of the show. Brother, pal, Jamal, I want to thank you so much for dealing with us and all the technical issues here, sir. Any last words for a very, very good crowd?
I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank you all for, of course, coming out. Forgive the technical issues, especially if y'all been with the page, mine or Jamal. Y'all know I used to have technical issues all the time. My page was famous for technical issues. But they are trying to deny Donald Trump a chance to run in 2024.
Yep.
Why are they so terrified of him? Because he actually is a politician that spends time trying to deliver on his promises. Republicans hate that. Democrats despise it. And he's not scared. What scares them is he encourages Republicans to fight back and not lay down. That woman snatched a Bible and was kicking around. When I saw it, I would have tackled one of them, gave him a shoulder buster, and moved him out of the way and saved that. Thank you for having me tonight, Jermaine. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you so much. Robert Marvin says that I should, we're gonna chop up that video of those fools kicking the Bible and stuff. We'll throw it on the page. We'll have mine and Jamal's assessment on there. you know, when you see stuff like that, it really, really makes you angry. That we have people in our country who are willing to sit there and kick a Bible all day long. But when you mention the Quran, they run. It lets you know how weak our society has become. And this is the main reason why we do shows like this, because a lot of people who are working their everyday, day-to-day job, they don't know that these things are happening. They don't. They don't know that the world is going to hell while they're out there making money for their family. They don't know. And by the time things hit the fan, they're left out of the loop. That's why shows like mine, shows like Jamal, shows like this are very important, because they go ahead and let you know what the hell is going on out there. You get what I'm saying? It gets you to start thinking about your family and things you need to do. Because let alone if you listen to what the media is telling you, they will never have you prepared for anything. They don't care about you whatsoever. If you listen to them, you'll be the last to find out about anything. And they'll lie to you at the end too. That's how evil they are. So I want to thank everybody and their mama's mama for coming out here. Everybody for hitting that like button, sharing, and donating, helping us out, helping us give you the content you love and deserve. I'll be on tomorrow night giving you guys a very good show. So come and hang out with us here. We'll definitely appreciate you. Absolutely. Jamal, thank you once more again for joining us here. And we'll catch you guys here later for another edition of Conservative Nation. You guys take care and